Ipatiyempong natin kung kaya.
One said, coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together is success.
And that success is more meaningful when it's rooted in the belief that education of the young ensures a brighter future for all.
We welcome you to the virtual recognition of teachers and stakeholders who serve as the bridge to quality education.
The people who went the extra mile, exerted more effort, and accepted the challenge of delivering quality education amid the pandemic.
Today calls for a great celebration of the fruit of your support and hard work.
Let us formally start our program by asking the presence and guidance of the Almighty through a prayer.
As we gather here in the harbor of your safety, we thank you for fellowship and family. We ask that you will strengthen us, restore us, and inspire us with your love. Lord, would you fill us with your peace so that as we journey onwards, we would pour out your love and grace to others. We ask that our souls would catch the wind of your Spirit, so that we would take your promises to all the earth. We thank you for everyone gathered here today. Thank you that you know each of us by name and have caused us to walk with you. We say that we are dependent on you and our trust is in you completely. As we surrender ourselves in adoration, we ask that you would come by your Holy Spirit and inspire our hearts today. Come fill our lives with your love. Fill our conversations with your grace and truth. Fill our recognition with your presence. We ask this for your glory and praise. Please guide our hearts as we make our decisions from this moment on. We seek you first in all we do. We give you our knowledge, our skills, our experiences, and our bond together. We confess that we are nothing without you, and our trust is in you completely. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
And at this point, let's put ourselves in the spirit of patriotism. Ladies and gentlemen, the singing of the Philippine National Anthem.
Ang dugong gumuhit ng ating kasaysayan, ng ating pagkatao, ng ating lahi, ay ang dugo ng kabayanihan. mula sa mga bakas na iniwan ng ating mga ninuno. Ating ipinagpapatuloy ang kanilang nasimulan sa mga paraang hinihingi ng anumang panahon. Taglay ang ipinamanang kagitingan at inspirasyon. Dahil ang apoy na sumiklab ilang siglo na ang nakalilipas ay nabubuhay pa rin sa atin magpahanggang ngayon. Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, pero sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Upang hinirang, kuyagan ang magiting, sa mandulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagalang tutok sa simoy at sa langit ng pagkaw, ay hinatang tulakaw, sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng patawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtinig, pakituwin at araw niya kailan pang ay di magdidinig. Luman ang araw ng walhaging pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang hindi kaya na pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
To give us the welcome remarks, let us have the ever dynamic and high-spirited school head of Eastern Porac National High School. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, Dr. Joel S. Mendoza.
My respect to our Schools Division Superintendent, Engineer Edgar C. Domingo. My equally respect to our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Shirley B. Sipagan, for gracing and sharing his most valued wisdom with us virtually. Our ever supportive and always inspiring us to lead the best that we can. Our surrogate mother in the cluster 2 and our educational program supervisor, Dr. Jane P. Valencia. The management team in the person of Madam Janet, Dr. Kathleen K., Sir Mario, Sir Melkor Lem, and Dr. Jeffrey, the family of Eastern Porac National High School, both teaching and non-teaching personnel, and the PTA executive officers and all parents, our learners, and of course our beloved stakeholders. Good day. I would like to share with you and celebrate with you the first ever virtual celebration of the recognition of our teachers and stakeholders. With our team, teachers and stakeholders serving as bridge in quality education. But before the celebration, allow me to share with you the story of the message of a coffee bean. This is excerpt from the homily of Father Deo Galang, the parish priest of Sapang Bato, Angeles City. He shared the message of coffee bean. The story told about a mother who had a daughter suffering from crisis to her family. Then she went home to her mother, sharing her crisis for what happened. Nagsusumbong po siya. The mother just listened and did say nothing to her daughter. She just listened, and after telling all odds and opened everything to her, her mother just held her on and left her to go to the kitchen. The mother opened 3 stove with flame and boils the water. The first boiling water, she put carrot. The second boiling water, she put an egg. And the third one, she put a coffee bean. Then the daughter said, "What are you doing, mother? I have a crisis, and still you are doing this thing. Why don't you give me an advice?" Then the mother take off the tree flame and said to her daughter, "Look all these things and choose from the tree. Our life passing by, just like the boiling water, which is painful and difficult. You can be a carrot in the boiling water that life will pass through, facing to be soap, and just like the carrot, no matter how firm, they will just disintegrate and destroy. Or you be just an egg, you will just be hardened, magiging matigas ang kalooban. Or just like a coffee bean that spread the aroma inside the room, the opportunities of the coffee bean to allow the aroma to engulf the whole room and allow the boiling water to transform into a coffee. The coffee bean that transforms the situation even beyond. It can bring us to be a better in every situation and can bring out the best in us. My dear parent, learners, to our viewers, this pandemic made us a very tough situation, and I hope through the help of these stakeholders, our very top teachers, we were able to surpass this situation and transform the situation into a very good one. I hope this school year will transform us to be more and bridge us to be more of quality of education to our learners. Sa inyo pong lahat, magandang umaga po at lagi po tayong mag-ingat.
This recognition provides an opportunity to acknowledge outstanding faculty and staff who are dedicated to providing the highest quality education and to making a positive difference in the lives of our learners.
We are pleased and proud to present to you the faculty members and administration of Eastern Porac National High School. Let us now have the recognition of the teacher awardees through a video presentation. has never been easy to anyone. Let us watch a short video clip showcasing the struggles and the successes of our dear educators in the field.
Lao Tzu said it best. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Adversity is inevitable, but difficulties or misfortunes shall not keep one from achieving the calling to provide quality education for all. The pandemic had significantly impacted the educational system. Teachers were surmounted with variety of changes in the delivery of instruction. From worries of acquiring the virus and the impetus question, how can they make learning accessible in this new normal? Like in any other sector, the pandemic has had a significant impact on the education sector and provided a much-needed impetus for digitization. It has transformed the education system drastically and has brought a paradigm shift in teaching and learning methodologies, forcing educational institutions across the globe to reimagine traditional classroom learning and transition to an online mode of teaching to provide uninterrupted access to education and knowledge. But teachers always possess the face of resiliency and the ability to rise above adversities. You made the insurmountable surmountable. Despite of the challenges posed by the pandemic, you have worked so hard to serve young minds. You have saved numerous minds from the virus called ignorance. To all the teachers and mentors of Eastern Porac National High School, words are not enough to show our gratitude in securing the future of our youth through education.
To give us words of wisdom and inspiration, let us have Dr. Jane P. Valencia, our EPS in Mathematics of the Schools Division of Pampanga.
On behalf of DepEd Pampanga, led by our dynamic and brilliant Schools Division Superintendent Engineer Edgar Domingo, and our very supportive Assistant Schools Division Superintendents Dr. Melissa Sanchez and Dr. Shirley Sipagan, I, Dr. Jane Valencia, your Education Program Supervisor in charge of your school, take pride in sincerely paying my homage, respect, and appreciation to all of you stakeholders of Eastern Porac National High School. Headed by, of course, our very brilliant, hardworking at that, and innovative school principal, Sir Joel Simbao Mendoza, along with all teachers and personnel of this public but progressive institution. I am charged of giving an inspiration and message to you po as our stakeholders in this very engaging gathering that we have, which is your stakeholders appreciation. And I thought, how can I really provide the very heartwarming message for you? Kasi po, yung pong involvement ninyo, yung pong pakikiisa ninyo, these are very, very huge contribution on our part being in the department because we cannot do it alone. So, naisip ko, lagyan ko ng paragraph ang bawat initial ng eskwelahan ninyo. Eastern Porac National High School. So, EPNHS. Eastern Porac National High School. E. Education. Our department is the biggest bureaucracy in the national government because it is the fundamental sector towards country's growth and development. However, the constant and ultimate challenge of our schools po is the lack of resources. At alam niyo po yan. Why? Because the national government itself cannot sustain all the needs of the school and of course the children it cater. Our family, we are family, parents, teachers, learners, community partners, we are family. These resources, which are vital in our governance and operation as a school to fulfill its mandate in delivering quality, resilient, and responsive education is not enough. So we need you. We need your involvement. So P for the Epnhs, your productive collaborations po demand that you as parents, stakeholders, and teachers acknowledge your critical importance of the life or within the life of our child. Especially po in this time of pandemic, all have our own personal fears, struggles, and difficult situations. We acknowledge that our resources are very scarce. In whatever you give, I bet it's not sobra from what you have, but you give because you are parents, you are concerned citizens who put the welfare and interest of your children before yourself. Yung isusubo na lang po natin ibabahagi pa. This is the real essence of malasakit at lugod. And nurturing parents, community support, teachers, and even partner institutions. And of course, our LGU officials. You are the anchors that help our institution, our community, our school community. You are actually the officials, the anchors that help us remain steadfast in our goals for our school development. Kayo po ang angkla na nagsisilbing sandigan. Your collaboration and cooperation is a big factor in our school progress. H, hail to you for your spirit of partnership and co-parenting. You embody the spirit po of bayanihan. Kami po isang hibla lamang and we cannot progress without you. That is why this appreciation and homage to you is our humble expression of our gratitude to your contribution to the school. No matter how huge, no matter how small, this contribution mean a lot to us. Yung pong nakakamelt ng puso, yung pong nakakapagpangiti, yung pong nakakapag-hi salamat sa amin. And whatever you is a share to the entire humanity. That is why you are called po the S, the stakeholders. Yung term po na stakeholders, it first appeared in 1708, meaning the holder of the wager, one who calls the shot, but of course the one who has the charge. Kami po ang tawag sa amin internal stakeholders, ang mga teachers, ang mga school head, ang mga supervisors, ang top-level management ng DepEd. We are the internal stakeholders. Kayo po ang tinatawag na external stakeholders. And if there are two sides of the coin, you are the heads and we are the tails. Meaning, we are of equal importance in building our school community. Kaya't sa inyong pakikiisa, pakikibahagi, pagmamalasakit sa Eastern Parac National High School, we are because you are. We are developing, we are progressing because of your help, because of your assistance, because of your partnership. Thank you, and we are blessed by your grace. Whatever you do, sabi sa Bible, to the least of your brethren, you do it unto the Lord. That is why I declare the most of God's blessing of abundance, safety, and good health be with you. And we hope for your continuous support and involvement to our school, Eastern Parac National High School, because this is para sa bata, para sa bayan. And alam po natin that we are in the middle of the pandemic, but not any health crisis, not any disasters can hinder us from doing our part in educating the leaders of our future. Maraming salamat po at saludo po kami sa inyo.
Moving forward, Eastern Porac National High School would like to appreciate the unending support of our stakeholders as we recognize them for their contribution and willingness in sharing their resources for the successful implementation of the programs and projects of our school. We also wish to extend our gratitude to our partner industries that help the school in achieving the desired learning outcomes for the benefit of the learners. Let us have a simple presentation showing the efforts and support extended by our partners and stakeholders.
Eastern Porac National High School will never completely and successfully fulfill the mission and vision of the Department of Education without the assistance and support of the stakeholders. It will always take a village to raise a child. It will always take a community to educate a learner. The efforts would be futile without the help of the community that continuously responds to the needs of the school. From the combined efforts of the parents, stakeholders, community members, and teachers, quality education is delivered to the learners despite the challenge of the new normal. No act of kindness is too small. Wala pong maliit o malaking tulong. Ang mahalaga ay nakatulong. Ang tunay na sukatan ng pagtulong ay ang pagnanais na makapagbigay ng magandang kalidad ng edukasyon sa mga mag-aaral. When we give, we share what we have in whatever form it is. What is highly important is our willingness to contribute and having our hopes that the extension of our blessings may become blessings to the learners as well. Serbisyo, papel, libro, panlinis, paglilinis, alkohol, cash, at suporta. Lahat nito ay mahalaga at pantay-pantay dahil ito ang magiging katuwang ng eskwelahan upang mapatibay ang tuntungan ng mga bata patungo sa tagumpay. Sa ating mga stakeholders, kulang ang mga salitang nabanggit dito upang pasalamatan kayo sa inyong kagandahang loob. Ang paraan ng tulong ay maaaring maubos sa pagdaan ng panahon, ngunit ang pagtulong ninyo mula sa puso ay nakatatak sa magiging kinabukasan ng mga mag-aaral. Taos-puso po kaming kumikilala sa naging kontribusyon ninyo sa paaralan. Ang mahalaga dito, lahat ng ating ginagawa ay para sa bata, para sa bayan. Even the smallest act of caring for another person is like a drop of water. It will make ripples throughout the pond. Thank you for your acts of kindness. Thank you for your acts of care. Thank you for being a part in delivering quality education to our dearest Easternians. Dakal pong salamat.
inspire us more, let us have another words of wisdom from our very own Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Shirley B. Sipagan.
Isang magandang araw po sa ating lahat. I would like to express my greetings to Eastern Porac National High School. And I would like to give my respect to our school head, our school principal, none other than Sir Joel Mendoza, no? Our principal 3 at Eastern Porac National High School. Sir Joel, thank you for giving me this opportunity to be with you virtually, kahit virtual lang po, no? I could be with you in this virtual recognition of teachers and stakeholders. No? It is very good that we come up with this kind of activity. This is very significant. This plays part in the success of a school. Why? Recognition of our teachers and stakeholders do not only boost their morale and improves, intensifies, strengthens their involvement and engagement. Rather, it also gives them, it also makes them feel that they are being valued and treasured by the school. A simple tap on the shoulder, a simple commendation, and a simple praise will be much appreciated by our teachers and stakeholders. Especially in this pandemic year that we have, no, and the non-face-to-face delivery of learning, it is very important that we hold hands together. It is very important that there is solidarity, there is uniformity of ideas, concepts, there is one direction set both by the school head and the stakeholders, and there is what we call malasakit at pagmamahal sa bawat isa. And this only proves, this recognition, virtual recognition of teachers and stakeholders, only proves how you are being valued by the school, how you are being considered as treasures, as gems of our school. And SDO Pampanga is one, goes with you, appreciating po all the efforts, all the extra mile effort, all the milestones exerted by our teachers in reaching out, extending a helping hand sa ating mga learners despite the non-face-to-face delivery of learning. Sa ating mga stakeholders, kaisa po ninyo ang SDO Pampanga at ipinararating ang pasasalamat. Kasama po ng ating SDS Engineer Edgar Domingo. Pasasalamat po namin for being with us all throughout our journey of this critical school year. No? Alam natin na hindi biro-biro yung pinagdaanan natin for the past school year 2020-2021. But I am very proud to say that your school emerged a winner because you were able to come up, you were able to surpass, you were able to eliminate, or should I say, you were able to surpass struggles and hurdles brought about by this pandemic. So, siguro po sa pagkakataong ito, napaka-importante na sabihin namin ang pasasalamat sa ating mga teachers and stakeholders. Kasi po yung ipinakita niyong malasakit, yung ipinakita niyong initiatives, yung ating unusual school year that we were able to surpass. Hindi po biro-biro yung nangyari yun. And here we are facing a new chapter, a new school year wherein there is no certainty, no, na magkakaroon tayo still ng face-to-face. Until now, we are struggling to overcome. We are struggling. We are fighting, no, to surpass this pandemic that we still encounter. So muli po, we thank everyone. We do appreciate all the efforts. We do appreciate all the help, assistance extended both to our learners and to our school. Kung titingnan natin, teachers and stakeholders play a different role, but both are playing critical and crucial part of this school year. Meron tayong kanya-kanyang challenges na kailangan nating isurpass, no, para makaraos tayo sa mga darating pang panahon. Sana po, with the help of the Almighty, with the blessings of God, and with the help of people, mga stakeholders natin like you, na merong malaking puso, no, to always share a little of everything that you have. Sana po, matapos na ang pandemic na ito at we will emerge a winner because of your stronghold, because you catch, no, you always have a catch plan, you always have a contingency plan to help and assist our school. So muli, ang pasasalamat natin at ang pagbibigay pugay, no, at parangal natin sa ating mga teachers and stakeholders for bringing out the best of our school, our teachers, our learners, and the whole community. Mabuhay po kayo at magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Keep safe everyone, lagi po kayong mag-iingat.
For the closing remarks, let us have the current head of the Adult School Program, the ever-dedicated Mrs. Bless Marquis Manansan.
Coming together is a beginning. Staying together is progress. And working together is success. A quotation from Henry Ford that gives inspiration to each of us as we work for the common goal of achieving success for our school, the Eastern Porac National High School. Allow me to thank all of you for your continued support to all our endeavors. Your donations and support, whether financially, materials and equipment, physical and labor, all have contributed towards the achievement of success. In spite of the pandemic that we have, still your generosity lessened the burden that we have to carry. May you continue to be our partners to give support and share your blessings with our learners and with the whole school. Let me end with this. If everyone is moving forward together, then success takes care of itself. Again, thank you and may God bless us all.
A child without education is like a bird without wings.
Eastern Porac National High School again wishes to express its gratitude to the teachers and stakeholders who served as the wind beneath the wings of our learners.
Without them, quality education in the midst of the pandemic would not be possible.
This has been your host, Janelle Lusong Benzon,
Raymar Colalia Kawigan, saying thank you and good day.